Now we're live.
Are we live now? No,
Technical mishap. Welcome to $10,000 Thursdays.
$10,000 Thursday. We're back at it again, folks.
My fault. Go get it. Kick it off.
Video is live now, that's for sure. So at the end of the day, it's Thursday. It's been a great week for me. $10,000 Thursday. We love it. We're back here again for another live Thursday night, and we just want to continue to thank our audience that continuously shows up and is a part of this, and hopefully that we're being able to extend some value to our listeners out there and our viewerships. So before we go too far into our topic this evening, we want to give a shout out to our man Chuck Leblow with the local PR firm who specializes in public relations for your company. And kind of what that means to me is he's putting you in front of the people that you need to be in front of in respect to PR, such as the Rockwall Herald banner or the Rockwall Chamber. And he's out there and he's creating videos and content so that your public relations will grow. Because in my opinion, growing your relationship within your community is paramount to sustaining the long-term goal of being a business owner. So what do you think about that, Jeff? You know, as relationships, that's kind of the key to success when it comes to being a business owner.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, man, I firmly, wholeheartedly believe that. And I tell you what, I ran my business for the better part of 3, almost 4 years now, based off relationships. And I believe that if you start there with integrity, relationships, and just being someone they can trust, the rest of it works itself out, right? I mean, the money comes if you build a relationship first.
Yeah, because people are going to be more willing to refer you out to somebody. They're going to be more apt to say, yeah, this guy's doing a bang-up job. They're actually going to be more apt to freaking give you a daggone referral on Google or a review on the places that you ask them for. And that's where the local PR firm really begins to shine, is they help you get those reviews to the right place. He gives the tools for that business owner to be able to gather those live reviews, those using video creation and content. So big shout out to Chuck, huge member of the RVBA, been with us from the get-go. And so one of these days we're going to have him on to discuss the importance of public relations and your business. So stay tuned for 21. We got some good things coming. So what are we chatting about this week?
You know what, man? We're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about how to keep the steam with a few weeks left in the 2020 calendar year, and how to use those days, those limited amount of days, to continue your marketing strategy, which is then going to in turn build your pipeline into Q1 2021. So, you know, kind of quick start here is, you know, want to say right off the bat right now, this is the time of year where people have their pockets are wide open right now. Depending on if you're in a residential industry or in a commercial industry, you have to understand that this time of year, people are reaching in their back pocket to buy gifts, spend the rest of their budgets. So with that being in mind, I'm not saying go out and be this crazy like vampire sales type guy or anything like that, but just understand the money is out there. And if you are able to establish the relationships early on, which we're hoping you did Q1 to Q3, you should be able to find 10 to 20 prospects right now that you can go and talk to, which not just to sell them on something right away, but to continue building that relationship. So when we come back in 6 weeks from now, and we're in January of 2021, you're cultivating that relationship and you're able to make more sales, which, like you said, Doc, is referrals and people telling other people about you. I've built my entire business off of referrals and word of mouth. I think it's doing okay for me. Can it do better? Absolutely. So that's why I'm hustling now to cultivate those relationships and work on my marketing.
No, I totally get that and respect that. So another big deal is if you look back on your entire year of business and you go back to all of your past client list and go through there and see which ones had the biggest impact, or how your business had the biggest impact on them. And me and Jeff were talking about that prior to going live. show what you got, man. He made some cutting boards for his clients. You know what I mean? So he pulled the top 10 clients that he had this year, and he was like, you know what? I'm going to do something stellar for those clients. You know what I mean? And so that right there is going above and beyond for his clients out there. And so we highly recommend that you guys do the same thing. You go through your client list and you say, you know what? I really enjoyed working with X, Y, and Z. And then you go out there and they'll appreciate it. They'll give you so many accolades because you thought of them, right? So this is the year of gratitude and giving. And he's right. This is when you're able to capitalize on those former clients.
You know, I was listening to something earlier today, and basically the long and short of what was being told was essentially, check this out. You want to put yourself, Doc, I like when you said pick the 10. I picked 10 clients that really stuck out to me. And it wasn't a financial stuck out to me. It wasn't like they spent the most money with me, but it was the 10 clients I felt like I gained an enormous relationship, you know, personally and with business. And those are the people, man. I did over 115 projects this year, so it was difficult for me to dwindle that down. But the idea behind this, guys, is to go and get something tangible. Look, don't be the guy that just sends a Christmas card. You know what? Christmas cards they're for chumps. Let's just say what it is. Christmas cards are for chumps. And I'm stealing that from somebody else as well. But go get something. Don't be a cheap ass. Go spend a little bit of money and invest back into your business. And when I say that, I mean invest back into your clients, because those are our biggest assets. What would you say about that, Doc?
They are, because you know the whole analogy, right, is you can build a million bridge and be known as a bridge builder, but you mess up one bridge, right? You're no longer known as that great bridge builder. So if you continue to groom your previous clients and you continue to show the love to those previous clients, the odds that they are going to continue to show you love, refer you to their neighbors, refer you to your family and friends, and get that organic referral business that is probably one of the most difficult things to get when it comes to sustaining a long-lasting business, is that organic growth. And that's probably one of the most difficult things to do in that first 1 to 5 years of business.
It's tough. I can tell you firsthand it's tough, because I knew that the road I wanted to take was an organic road, and I knew that was going to take me twice as long to build a following and build a brand than it would be just to cut a check to somebody and be like, hey, make me look important, make me look trustworthy, make me look this way. No. Guys, if you're in that 1 to 5 year mark, I'm telling you, as the almost 4-year mark right now, organic is the way you want to go. Now, that doesn't often work for everyone's business, you know what I mean? But it's working for my business, because what you're doing is you're building a sustainable relationship. It's not a Best Buy purchase where you walk in, you talk to somebody, hey, I like that guy. It doesn't matter because I bought my TV and I left, right? The relationship should be part of your marketing plan. So what we want to talk about this evening is, obviously, knowing that the holidays are a giving time of year. We're celebrating, you know, people we love, our friends, our family, the thanks, the whole deal. What we want to focus on tonight is how you can continue to market yourself with the less, I don't know, we got like 15 working days left in the month. How can you do this in 15 working days that's going to springboard you into Q1? That way, when you wake up January 1 of 2021, you're not, oh, now I need to start my plan. If you go back and listen to the whole quarter that we've been talking about, this whole quarter of 2020, Q4, it's all been about crushing quarter 4, right, Doc? So
that's right.
What are you doing right now in your marketing world to kind of springboard you into Q1?
So right now, what I'm working on and focusing on in the roofing company is getting more live video and content created, so that when I launch into 21, I have a litany of videos already programmed and ready to roll. And what I mean by that, so as a roofer or in the construction business, we kind of rely on Mother Nature to help us out. Okay, there's no way around it. When a hailstorm hits, that's when we really begin to shine. So right now we're putting together a significant amount of educational videos for homeowners, right? And as we continue to put that information out, we are now trying to establish ourselves as the expert, that we're a credible company, that we're loyal to our community, that we're community based. And so we're really trying to push our brand to be recognized as your local go-to company, which is extremely important, because I don't want to get thrown into of a storm chaser type roofing industry or a Pete in a pickup type deal, right? I don't want to be labeled wrong. So I'm doing whatever I can today so that the label that comes across, when they hear the word Doc's Roofing, they think, oh man, that's that guy out of Rockwall. He's local, he's humble, he's loyal, he shoots you straight, and he's transparent. So we're creating a lot of content to be able to utilize to benefit the homeowners out there.
Content's key, man. I had a gal call me about 2 weeks ago, called me out of the blue and said, the reason I called you today, she straight up told me this. I said, how'd you hear about us? I always ask. I always want to know how people found us. And she said, I found you through Facebook. And then once I found your your Facebook page, I noticed you had a ton of content. And I was like, absolutely. And there's a reason behind that, because that content allows a timeline for people to see your growth. And what better way to grow within the eyes of the public, right? That's a great way to hold yourself accountable, because once you put yourself out there, like Doc and Casey and I have, we're in the eyes of the public. So if we don't walk and talk and do what we say we're going to do, I guarantee you them Karens out there are going to let you know. So make sure you're staying on top of your game when it comes to that. And if you don't have somebody that can help you out with, call our boy Chuck Leblow, man. That's exactly what he does. If you need someone to help you with your social media and your presence out there in your marketing world, we tag this business up there. Reach out to him.
Yeah, for sure. Another real good reason behind doing that and getting into the public sector and the eye is it helps to hold me accountable.
Yeah.
Right. So if I'm out there and I'm telling everybody, hey, do this, do that, and do the other thing, but behind closed doors, I'm doing totally something different, then I lose all credibility. And I can get called out on that, because they can always reference the videos that I put out there on the YouTube channels and the Facebook and the this, that, and the other. I can be called out on my bullshit. You know what I mean? So it's a huge accountability approach that we have. And that's what's important. When you're not held accountable as a business owner, you can really lose focus and lose energy and go down a bad path real fast.
Yeah, and look, if you're having trouble holding yourself accountable, because it's not easy. I mean, let's just face the facts. As a small business owner, we all have 50,000 things going on. We call it structured chaos here in the movement, right? So here's one thing that I did a little bit of research on, and here's one thing a topic I'd like to discuss right now is called innovative drop-bys, right? This is from our guy over there, Mr. Ryan Stewman. I was listening to some stuff from him today, but it really caught my attention. You know, there's a lot of stuff out there that you can just get paralysis by analysis with, but this caught my ear. So pick out 10 to 20 of your best referral business partners or people you know of, and write those 10 to 20 down. And the gift that we're talking about buying, buy a gift for that person. Don't just mail it to them. Don't surprise attack them and just show up when they least expect it, because everybody that owns a business knows that's the last thing anybody wants is just, oh, hey, wait, you're here. Now I got to drop everything I'm doing. But think about this, an innovative drop by where you buy a gift for somebody, and don't do the business card thing. Buy a book, cutting board, buy a membership fee to a gym, something along those lines, something to where they can pick that thing up. And every time they put it on their desk, they remember, I remember that day Doc brought me this. You know what? And they're going to be in their subconscious. And at the end of the day, that one opportunity is going to present itself, and they're going to remember you from that. Make the phone call, shoot them an email. And when you get in front of them, you want to thank them for their business, thank them for their relationship, and then you can hit them with a pitch if you want to. But the whole purpose of this is to take 10 to 20 people that are referral business partners, the people that have your back and you have their back, and make something tangible or buy something tangible so they remember you.
That is so crazy that you're mentioning that right now. I was talking with Aaron, one of our counterparts, and we were talking about, he's like, hey, man, what do we got on the agenda for tomorrow? I said, man, we're going to Costco. We're picking up some gifts, and we're stopping by all of our real estate relationships that we've had over the course of the year, and we're going to give them an appreciation basket. And he was like, "Oh shit, that's brilliant." So I love listening to Ryan Stewman. He's a great cat. He's always on the next level of thinking and getting out there and staying innovative. But yeah, it's just weird that you mentioned that's kind of what we're doing tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be a rainy day, and a lot of people are like, "Oh man, it's raining. We ain't got shit to do." My brain's like, "No, bro, we got tons that we can do on a rainy day."
Absolutely.
So, and that's what I mentioned. I said, "Look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to look and see who sent us what this year, who was the ones that really helped us excel and get to that level in such a jacked up year of 2020, right? And go and show our appreciation." I am a huge, huge giver. Many people that know me know that that's one of my biggest qualities that I have, is that I'll give unconditionally. I give two shits about money, but I love relationships.
Well, that's where, man, dude, we've said this we're going on 9 months of this Facebook Live. If you go back, I guarantee you, every one of these or every other one talks about relationships somehow. And now is the time for you in your business to not just pump the brakes and go, "Oh, well, my industry's slow. Well, this." Well, bullshit. You know what? If you're slow, that's because you're not out there finding ways to be innovative. That's because you're not finding the tools in your toolbox to make sure you don't stay slow. Now, granted, every industry does this. Mine does it. Doc's does it. It happens. What Doc is trying to say is, if you have a slow day, go back to your punch list. What did you not accomplish yesterday that you need to accomplish today, right? There's always something to do. But stay on top of it, man. You got to keep continuing. You can't.
Yeah, and if 2020 has taught me anything, Jeff, that's to think outside the box.
That's exactly right.
I guarantee every single person that's viewing this and that will view it later, 2020 has forced you to get out of your comfort zone.
Without question.
Forced you to think of new and innovative ways to attract clients to your business. It has forced us to be able to redefine our business and who we are as a person, right? So we, Americans as a whole, takes life for granted, like straight up.
100% agree.
Americans take America for granted, and I want to challenge everybody out there to know that what you're living, you are in the melting pot. You are in the time of capitalism. If you can't make money today, you're fucking doing something wrong. You ain't trying. You're not putting it into the right places. You have yet to begin to change your mindset so that you will be able to change your playground.
Yeah.
And I preach that stuff and I tell people that, and they're just like, "Man, how do you do it?" And I tell them, you just start right now.
Yeah.
Just start right now.
Yeah. Don't wait.
Don't wait. There's no better time to start than right now. So I love that. I love the ideas and the concept of giving back to the people that helped you grow and become successful this year.
I like how you say that, the start now thing, because if there's one thing I could pinpoint with my business, what would have I done differently? I would have started sooner. That leap of faith that you told me to take 5 years ago, and I didn't, and I waited 2 extra years to do it. Looking back on it now, being a small business owner, it's up and down, it's tough, but it's so rewarding. So if you're considering it, maybe you're watching this video now or play it later. If you didn't hear, if you don't just do it, sometimes you miss the opportunity, right? About this same time 3 years ago is when I went on and bought my domain, and when I built my website, and I did all this other stuff, right? And I had everything planned. But don't wait. Seize the moment. You heard the thing called Carpe Diem. Seize the moment. Take this opportunity to make a change. I got a fortune cookie thing. I don't know when I got it. It's been on my monitor for like 4 years. Quiet faith will bring you boundless rewards soon. It's been taped to my monitor for about 4 years. Take the opportunity and go with it. And as far as kind of getting back into the marketing thing here, I'm just going to fire off a few things here. Casey did an outstanding job putting together an agenda for us. He just called. His day didn't work out as planned. The structured chaos got him, but he's still crushing it. So here we go.
Force of average, got a hold of his ass.
That's it, right? So here's some things that he wrote down here. Send holiday cards. That's always great. I don't think that's very memorable. I think it's great, but what happens to holiday cards after Christmas?
Round
They're in the shit can, right? We talked about delivering holiday gifts. Look, guys, gals, if you're watching this, pick 10 people and don't be a cheap ass. Go out there and spend some money, because think of it this way. If you buy $100 gift, whatever it may be, that relationship may yield you $100,000 in projects next year. So don't be selfish with it. Take 10 people and do something really nice for them. You can always do holiday email campaigns. I understand where Casey's coming from on that one. I'll tell you right now, my boy Doc over here, the fool has an email inbox right now that's probably got 15,000 unread emails in it. So if you ever email Doc, it better be stinking daggone important. How many you got?
119,000 unopened emails.
You got to screenshot that and post that one later, man.
I'm telling you what, man, if you want to get a hold of me, you text me, you call me. And if it's important email, you better text me that says, Mike, I emailed you. They're like, all right, cool. I think today I said, hey, where's the StreamYard link? He's like, I emailed it. I'm like, fuck email.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think email's antiquated. But if you like it, I love it. If you're good at it, do it. If it works, make it happen.
Yeah.
But just don't forget to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Consistency, right?
Every time.
So holiday email marketing campaigns, that's something you can do for your business. Me personally, I don't do those with my business. I don't like to spam people. If anything, I'm going to write on a Christmas card. I'll hand write a note on the Christmas card instead of just throwing a Christmas card in the envelope and hoping that makes sense to them. Social media contests, Casey dug this one up. Social media contests, ugliest sweater, something like that might be cool. Again, reach out to Chuck Leblow if you need help with your social media stuff. He can help you out there.
Hey, I'm all about that social media contest, right?
Yeah.
Because I love the limelight. I love being out in front of the public eye. I love being crazy. And I think I may take him up on that. And you know what I mean? I may video some homes like who's got the ugliest roof in the neighborhood. I don't want anybody on blast, but you know what I'm saying? But it definitely has to be fun. It has to be entertaining. It has to be engaging. The crazier and the weirder it is, you may think you're going to look like a fool, but I promise you, we want to see it. Who's that guy? Jeff Lyons, right? He did like trash can Hail Mary.
Yeah.
If you guys remember that, the fool would throw a bag of trash to his yard, and he was getting like thousands of views.
Yeah. Because
people want to see just random stuff.
Doc, it's because it's memorable.
That's right.
In today's time, check it out, man. In today's time, if you don't maintain yourself and be relative in today's society, be unique, be your own brand, bleed your brand, people will forget about you in an instant. I promise you that. There's just too many options out there. There's internet and, YouTube and you name it, all the social media platforms out there. Someone will replace your business if you don't stay on top of it, which goes right back to making sure that you daggone stay on top of your relationships. Partner with a local charity. That's a good thing you can do during the Christmas time. I mean, hell, that's a good thing you can do all year long. You see us partner with CASA annually, and we've done it for years and years and years. And we do that simply because we love that organization and we love the volunteers that are there. But if you really want to give back, I can tell you right now, my good friends over at the Rockwell or the Yellow Jacket Barbershop, they're doing an Angels Christmas tree right now. Go pick up a tag off the Christmas tree and just humbly go buy a few presents for a kid that needs them and stuff like that. It's a little, like Casey says, a little paycheck to the heart, right? So local charities are always out there. There's a ton of them.
I want to pitch on something real quick. What we don't want, honestly, is we don't want you just to do it for the recognition of doing it.
Exactly.
Okay? Because I'm going to let you know right now, if the intent of giving is you're going to give so that you can be recognized as a giver, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons, right? If you're going to give unconditionally and don't expect shit in return for it, right? So when we pony up for the CASA and we did the backpack drive, you'll notice that none of us blasted our company's names. We had no intention of saying that our companies wanted to be recognized.
Nope.
We wanted to recognize CASA for giving back coats to children that don't have anything in the wintertime, right? So it's crucial that you guys understand that, because you will be misperceived as being that business that only does good things so you could look good, right? And that's not what giving is about to me. So just know, if you're going to be that giver and you're going to partner with the local charity, just make sure you're doing it with the right intentions and the right heart in this time of season.
Yeah, because people can see right through that shit.
People see right through your bullshit. You know what I mean? Right. There ain't nothing worse than looking like somebody who's just in it for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I always like to say, my little analogy is, don't be the guy who wants a trophy without running the race.
Exactly. We got too many of those going on right now as is. So
another thing you can do is, when you're thinking about ways to stay relevant and how to continue your marketing, small businesses usually contend with a lack of marketing resources in general. Would you say that's a fair statement?
It's expensive to market right, to market consistently, and to market effectively. It costs good money.
It does. But when you combine forces, you also combine resources, including budget, personnel, and reach. So there are many people out there, even in our Rockwall community, that are chamber partners. If you need some help with the marketing side, reach out to the chamber. They'll give you a handful of names. I can spit out 2 or 3 of them right now. You got Chad Jackman with Blue Fox. You got Chuck Lieblow with the local PR firm. You got what's the dude's name at the chamber? Jared Swears. There are fellas and gals out there that can help you out. But here's the thing with marketing: if you plan on having a marketing plan, you better have a marketing budget. If you go into it, Doc, you don't have to tell the name. But you were just telling me about having a discussion with a vendor of yours where you gave them clear and defined expectations and you gave them a time window to complete those, right? Yeah. That's how you want to proceed with your marketing, because I'll tell you right now, you can just throw money into the wind with marketing if you don't have a game plan.
Yeah, and I've been that guy. Trust me, I've been that guy where I got the phone call and I got sold and I said, yeah, sure, here it is. Here's the monthly payment. And at the end of the day, they were just taking my damn money, right? Right. So understand, if you hire a marketing company, you are their boss.
Yes.
You're writing them a damn check. They are now your marketing department of your business. So if you decide to outsource your marketing and sales and your lead gen, you're their boss.
Yeah.
Not the other way around. Okay, a lot of us can get confused by that you hire on a company and you think it's their job to tell me what to do. Well, that's wrong. It is my job to tell them what to do, how you want it, and it's their job to give you the suggestions that say, hey, man, this is what we do know. That's why we hired them, for their suggestions to say, hey, if we move you in this direction, we're going to be able to get better traction.
And communication is key with that stuff. Absolutely.
Like sometimes I reach out to my marketing and sales team 2-3 times a week, and they're like, Mike, quit fucking calling me. I'm like, no, I'm not going to quit calling you, or I'm going to quit paying you. Right. Yeah. We have to look like that as a business owner.
Man, I tell you what, and the best way to start your marketing is look back at your clients. Do it. We've talked about this in the past. Do an inventory. We did a whole segment on inventory in our business in Q4 here. Inventory your clients as well. Go back. I just did it last week where I went through every single job that I did, over 115 jobs this year. And I went back and I spent 30 seconds thinking about every single one of those jobs. Where did I win? Where could I go on better? But then I also went back to the clients I didn't win, the clients I did not close, because those are equally important. We just talked about this as well. Warming up the hot leads, if y'all remember that a few weeks ago. Go back through your client list and understand where you're shooting for and how you're trying to get there, because your clients are your most valuable asset, people. I'm telling you right now, if you're just treating clients like clients, dude, you got to reevaluate that, because your clients should be like your family. You guys have seen the hashtag before, Black Level AV Family. I put that on all my people who give me recommendations. I use that little hashtag slogan or whatever, but I damn mean that from my heart. Those people are investing in me and my family and the whole deal. So go back through your client list, because that's where you're going to find the next set of pipeline for Q1, Q2, Q3.
Well, that also has a two-part advantage. Not only do you're respecting your previous clients, but when you go back and you look at why you didn't close a deal, that's going to help you develop a stronger sales team, right?
Yeah.
That's going to help you develop you as a salesperson, that you figure out, okay, I lost this client because was it money? Was it lack of information that I didn't have at the time? Was I unclear about what we wanted? Did I not listen? Oftentimes, people fucking shoot themselves in the foot because we won't shut our suck.
Well, here's the other thing too: is the lack of follow-up. I'll tell you right now, I'll be transparent as the day is blue. Right now, my problem and my challenge is the follow-up. That my pipeline is so busy right now. I'm getting organic leads because I've built my business that way. My challenge is keeping up with the new leads coming in, which to me, a lead is an opportunity to build my pipeline. So you have to understand, and I'm dealing with this right now, and it's very difficult, but as a small business owner, compartmentalizing. And thank God I just hired a guy that's working out phenomenally. He's doing a great job because it's slowly every week it's freeing up a little bit more of my time to where I can start getting back and following up. You know, sales is follow up. Sales is follow up. If everything
you gotta have at least 5 touches within 7 days, or you lose that client.
Say that one more time.
5 touches within 7 days of that lead coming in.
Yeah.
And I don't mean 5 text messages. You know what I mean? There's you should use 5 different approaches, right? Your text message, your phone call. And another important thing with your follow-up is, how did they contact you originally?
Yeah.
If they contact you via email, via phone call, via text, via messenger, if however they contacted you, you need to be contacting them the same exact way. That's letting you know that that's how they want to communicate with you. But if they're communicating you via email and you keep calling them, they don't want to talk. They want to use email.
Yeah.
Right? So understand how the communication line is set up. You know what I mean? And that's extremely important.
Man, I often forget that. I'm glad you brought that up. I needed to hear that because I have a boatload of people that reach out to me via Facebook Messenger. And to be honest with you, I freaking hate Facebook Messenger. But you know what? You made a very good point there. If they're reaching out to me, that means they're probably in the middle of 15 other things like me, and that's their easiest form of communication. I love that you brought that up. I appreciate that. I needed to hear that.
Because it pops up on their screen. Because at the end of the day, how many times a day do you check Facebook?
Too many.
Too many damn times. So if they're continuously popping Facebook, and if you're like me, I can let my emails pile up to 100,000, but I can't let my text messages pop up. That many text messages go unnoticed. And I can't let that many messengers on my messenger go unnoticed, right? So there's something in our subconscious mind that says, if it's there, I have to read it.
Absolutely.
And if we understand that process, then we're able to close more deals.
It's that red bubble anxiety, right, on your phone?
Yeah.
The notification anxiety?
I got to look at it. But it's truly important to follow the same lines of communication that were established from the beginning.
I love that. I needed to hear that big time today because that to me, I'm very much of, hey, email me. And some people think, oh, well, what do you mean, hey, email me? It's nothing more than I use my emails as a to-do box. Like if it's in my inbox, I got something to do. But look, guys, the bottom line here today, because I want to go over something here in a minute that's unrelated to our topic. But here's the key is you want to continue to market yourself even more so in the time where people have their pocketbooks open, right? I'm not saying go out there and be a greedy salesperson and chase the money. That's not what I'm saying. If you go back and listen to anything we've always said, if you're chasing the money, you're doing it wrong. What we're saying is continue to hone your marketing skills, continue to grow, continue to put forth the effort that's going to pay dividends next month, 2 months, Q2, Q3, Q4. You got any other save rounds real quick, Doc?
No, we just I know we're not going to go the full hour tonight, but that's because when we get focused and we got our topic and we execute it effectively, that means we're getting our point across. But we do want to let you know as we move forward into 2021, we are looking for new leadership to come in and give us insight and potentially have us kind of step down. Remember, RVBA, this is your group.
Yeah.
the more you put into as a member, the greater the reward you're going to get. So, like you said, if anybody out there ever wants to be on one of these Thursday Night Lives, reach out, let us know. If you want to take on a bigger role in the RVBA, please let us know. According to the chamber bylaws, like we have to they have to be voted in and voted out and all this other jazz. I don't want to get into all the ins and outs and the political parts of it, but know this, the people that you see today, we are going to have to continue to move on down the road. Yeah. But we're looking for people that we can pass the torch to, and we want to sit down with you guys. We want to collaborate. We want to be able to continue to share our ideas on to continue to make the RVBA successful moving forward.
And I think the most important thing you said there, Doc, to me, what I'm taking away from it is that the RVBA is not Doc Rannigan's, Jeff Skinner's, or Casey Ashmore. The RVBA's group is yours. Those folks that show up and show out for us and come and visit us here. So there's going to be 3 leadership positions open. There's going to be a chair, a co-chair, and what we like to call Doc, the hype man / idea guy, right? So
you got to have the visionary.
Yeah, the visionary. So we are seriously, on a real note, looking for 3 leadership transitions positions. I'm looking at a guy's name right here, Jamie Bonetto, solid dude, former Marine. You know, guys like him who want to step up, who have tons of experience, who are successful, who are doing new endeavors. You know, guys like that, I'm challenging you guys. You're an RVBA member. If you're just sitting back and enjoying all this, we love that. That's great. That's all good. There's going to be a transition that's going to take place in 2021, and we would love to entertain the idea of talking to most of you about taking over those positions. So without you guys, the group is nothing. So we're just unfortunately, we're the faces of it right now, but those are going to be some new faces. So we need to get some folks to step up.
Yeah. So either way, continue to crush it.
That's it.
Please adhere to some of the ideas and suggestions that we threw out there. At the end of the day, you're the one who's ultimately in control of your destiny. You're ultimately in control of the success of your business, and it's either shit or get off the pot. You know what I mean? So come on in. We want you guys to use us as a resource, and we want to use you as a resource, because I promise you, I'm not the smartest guy in the room, but I will promise you that I am the guy that's willing to take the risk and put my risk and my belief into you to help you become successful.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, man, we're going to get the hell out of here. We're going to go grab some chow and enjoy y'all's weekend. Merry Christmas. We'll see y'all next Thursday.
All right, Doc, be good, brother. Simplify.